It's here! It's here! Today we're going to do an unboxing of the Bambu Labs A1. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to show you guys what it's like to take it out and unbox it and set it up. Stay tuned! Hey! Crazy Will here from Crazy Will's Tech Show. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Bambu Labs A1 with the AMS System. So it's a combo. So we got the combo here. I'm going to show you the unboxing and setting up. So I've been looking at multicolored 3D printers for a little while now. I didn't want to be a fanboy and go with the Bambu. I wanted something cheaper because these were a lot more money, and I actually got a great deal on this. This was only $400 at Best Buy, which was weird to me that you could buy a 3D printer from Best Buy now. That's crazy, especially at Bambu Labs. It was on sale for $400. I wasn't looking at Bambu Labs. I was looking at a Flashboard AD5X because the footprint was a lot smaller and I heard it was really good. And another one I was looking at by Anycubic, but I kind of took that one off the list. So really I was going for that Flashboard. And my brother called me and asked me what the best 3D printer for a beginner was for my nephew. And I told him, I said, honestly, everybody's reviewing the Bambu Labs and they've been saying how easy they are and that it's great for children. And I see kids around here that have 3D printers, and everybody kept recommending the A1 Mini for a starter printer. And I told him, I said, get that one. And after I set it up for my nephew, I was like, yeah, I want one of these. I couldn't believe how fast it was compared to my Ender 3. And if you guys know anything about my channel, you know I got like a bunch of 3D printers. I have 3 resin printers and I have 3 FDM printers. I had 4, I gave it away, and now I'm going to be doing this. And to be honest with you, I'm a little nervous because I think this is going to make them obsolete. I think this is going to be amazing. So let's get ready to unbox this because I'm excited. I want to set it up and see what's what. So apparently we just pull this. Oh, get it on the floor. It's like a giant cube. Alright, so right off the bat, we've got instructions and build plate. Well, this is the build plate. We'll take that on in a second. So this is the whole setup. Got the AMS in there. This looks like it's the stand, and then the 3D printer's down in there. And then you got all your components over here. Looks like these are the filament holders up here. And then some other stuff there. So we're going to go ahead and take this apart. So that looks like, oh, yep, that's the AMS stand. This opens up. That's the AMS. Comes with a regular spool arm holder. That's nice. There's the top part. That looks cool as hell. And the bottom piece is right down here. So we're going to go ahead and try and take this out. The bottom with the screen. Look at that. Looks like we got other parts right here. There's the poop maker. Plug. I think that's it. Alright, so I'm really excited. I say we go ahead and get started with this and start building this bad boy. It doesn't look like it's going to be that hard. Looks like everything's pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to go through it with you. I'm going to open up the instruction manual. Always do the instructions. Don't be one of those guys. You know, you think you know everything. You don't know everything. Just follow the instructions. Makes life a lot easier, especially with IKEA furniture. Oh cool, you get a lot of Bambu Lab stickers. Getting started guide. If you want to do it through video, I guess warranty cards and everything else. Put that over here. Alright, so what we want to do is look for this toolkit. We'll dump this bad boy out. Sorted screws, oils, and the 2 Allen keys you need for the whole setup. Alright, first things first. On this piece, we're going to take these off with the Allen keys. We'll go ahead and do that. Now there's only 2 Allen keys. This is the Allen key we're going to use for this one. I'm going to take these plastic ends off. Wheel them out. Boom. Pull them out like that. the next thing we're gonna do is detach the build plate. Take these, cut these. And the next thing the instruction says to do is to go ahead and add that build plate, which is magnetic. Alright, so the next thing it says to do is to take this piece right here, which is the top, take the bottom, and put it in like this. Push this right here, bring this right in here, like so. Looks like everything fits right in. Alright. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is bring this build plate forward like it says on the instructions. Then slide this piece right here. Well, it slides back and then pops up. Move that out. Take this piece out like so. It's really nice. It has all these green areas. As you can see, that's where all the screws go to put it together. So I'm going to go ahead and put all the screws in where they're supposed to go. I'm going to do that off camera so you guys can just see what the next step is. But that's basically it. You just follow the instructions and put the screws where they're supposed to go. So it looks like one here, 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 and here. All right, so this is really cool. Each packet says what it's for, which is really like for the purge wipe, for the AMS, you know, and then we're gonna grab the ones for the base housing, and that's what we're gonna use to put all these screws in, which is really cool. It's very easy to figure out. All right, so all the screws are done on the back end here. Now we're gonna push it, and we're gonna do 2 more screws on the front end. So we're just gonna get 2 more screws on the front end, like so. All right, now we'll push this back up, and we'll put this cover back on, which is really nice and neat. That's it. Just pops right back on there. Good to go. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is put this on its side, like so. I was saying to do this. Go ahead and put this like, whoop. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Learn from my mistakes, people. So we got it like this right now on the table, and we're gonna go for those wires right there. All right, looks like everything's labeled onto here. All right, so basically what we're gonna do is take this, go right here. Apparently there's a USB Type-C connection right there. Screw that down. Little screw right there. Okay. And now it should be color coded to where we can just plug everything in. So the green one goes right here, which is the X motor. Push that in. This is the camera, even though it's a little confusing because they have like yellow on there. Now it's pushed in. This is gonna go right here. This is the Z motor. A little notch in. Come up through here on this little thing right there, and go ahead and plug that in. It's buttoned up like so. There we go. And that is it for all these wires. All right, now we'll just take it off the table like so, and just bring it up, and bam, she's almost done. All right, looks like I missed some cardboard here. Actually, I don't even need to cut it, just needs to come off. Take that out. And the last piece we're going to put on this part of the printer is the pooper scooper. And we just slide it right in the back. Then we take the plug wiper screw. We go ahead and insert it right underneath the arm here. And that's pretty much it. The next thing we're going to do is build the AMS system. You do have to connect the plug. We're going to go ahead and put the plug on it. This plug goes right in the back right here. It's a standard. All 3D printers and computers have the same type of plug. You can add this on there too. I'm glad this came with it though. I am very glad this came with it. From what I read, if I want to do TPU, I would need to do it through this. The AMS system doesn't like TPU. That's what I read. I may be wrong. You know, there's someone out there that has one of these and is like, you don't know what you're talking about. That's what I read. So that's why I want to have this up here for that. So now we're going to put together the AMS system. This is pretty much the system that delivers the multicolored to the printer. It does take up a lot of space, but I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these zip ties, go around all this thing and just unzip tie it. And I must say, this is a lot lighter than I thought it was gonna be, and I'm sure once the filament's on, it's gonna be a lot heavier. But the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm thinking about doing a wall mount, so it's out of the way, putting it like that. I'm gonna leave it standing on the desk for now. Yeah. Goes like that. It sits right in this stand. Like so. As you can see on your side here, there's 1, 2, and then on this side there's 2 more. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the 2 right here. So it's the same on the other side as it is this side. You'll line up the holes, make sure they're in the correct spot, and just screw them in. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna do is put on the holders, and we're gonna use the holders as the corresponding colors. So yellow to yellow, green to green. So go ahead and put these on the back here first. Find the sweet spot. Yellow to yellow. Boom. Green to green. There we go. Alright, so the AMS system is done. Now let's go connect it to the printer. According to the instructions, we have these PET tubes. So we got all that even. Back here we got short ones and we got long ones. We want the short ones to go to 1 and 2, it's saying. So the shorter distance, I guess, and the longer tubes will go into back here. And I guess we'll insert these right in here. So that's basically what it looks like. Put the shorter tubes on this end, longer tubes on this end. So 1 and 2 get the short, 3 and 4 get the long. And then it goes all the way out, and then you just gotta push these down like so into each one. And that should be the setup. The data cable will be connected right there. All right, for the last step, we're gonna go ahead and undo this cord back here, the black cord to the AMS. It says it goes right into the back of this machine, so we're gonna go ahead and do that and put it into one of the spots. So it goes into one of those holes right there. It's upside down, but you get the idea. All right, so now we're gonna check, and we're gonna make sure the clearance is to the back and clearance is to the front. So it's not over that edge, I don't have to worry about hitting into it. Perfect. Now it's time for the moment of truth. We're gonna turn her on. There's a switch right in the back here. Unleash your creativity. All right, so unleash your creativity. We're gonna hit start. I'm gonna hit English, North America. And I'm gonna do the Wi-Fi, I'm gonna do that off camera. But that's to set up the Wi-Fi. All right, so now it's giving me a QR code that I'm covering for Handy app. I'm gonna go ahead and add this to my Handy app without you guys seeing it. All right, so now it's gonna go through its tests. Basically, it's gonna do motor noise cancellation, vibration caliber, and 5-minute bed leveling, a total of 15 minutes. Right now it's doing the noise calibration test. It's just making noise, and then it's going back over, and then it's stopping. Now the 5-minute vibration test. As you can hear it. My neighbor's dogs. Now it's calibrating. Now it's auto bed leveling. So we did the calibration, took about 15 minutes, and I did a firmware update. You want to do that before you get started because it's all the latest and greatest tricks that you can do. Now we're going to load some filament, and I have some right here. And I am using Duramic. I am not sponsored by them anymore. They used to send me free rolls of filament. They stopped. I still use them. I still buy them. This was bought with my own money. Great stuff. My filaments of choice is first Duramic because it's just great stuff. It really is. I was lucky that they sponsored me as long as they did. Hatchbox and Overtrue and Bear Tech or Tech Bear, something like that I think it's called. But those are the ones I go for. If you're gonna print anything useful, print it in Duramic PLA Plus. It's just awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and load this stuff up. We're gonna load the black and we're gonna do a test print. Push it right in there, hit load. No, you don't have to hit load. It does it automatically, I guess. All right, so we pick this one right there, push it in. We push this button right here, push it in, and then load it up. And then it'll catch and starts loading. So it got about up to there. So we're gonna hit load. Once we hit load, it says type of filament, hit yes. We're gonna put filament type. Well, there's overtrue. I'm gonna hit generic, PLA, and I guess we'll leave the dynamic pressure control to default. Then hit OK. I'm just gonna heat the nozzle, check the filament location, cut the filament, put back filament, push filament into extruder, and purge old filament. So we'll let it do its thing. Loading complete. All right, so now we're gonna do a benchy, one of those little boats. They have preloaded files, and we're gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so we're just gonna click on the benchy right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and click on speed boat race. And now we're gonna hit next. And now we'll pick the PLA and we'll hit print. Now it should warm up and go ahead and do this. All right, she is done now. This is the first benchy. We're gonna grab this plate. Magnetic, it's a little hot. I'll just pop her off. And that is the benchy. I think it came out really nice. Came out really fast. It was less than 20 minutes and popped out really nicely. I'm gonna have more videos coming your way about this machine, so stay tuned, look out for that. That's it for me today. That was the unboxing and setup of the Bambu Labs A1. I also did the Mini, and the Mini is actually a lot easier than this. There's less to be put together. I did that for my nephew, and that's what made me want to buy this machine, because I got to see it firsthand, how well it was built, how fast it would print, and it just tickled my fancy and made these other 3D printers kind of obsolete. That's the worst part about upgrading to this, is the other printers, I gotta level the bed myself, I gotta set up everything myself. It doesn't print in 4 colors, it's not as fast, so it's gonna make these other printers, my Ender 3s, kind of obsolete, which is a little sad, but it's amazing how far it's come. And I wasn't ready to jump on the bandwagon yet, and after putting one of these together, I couldn't say no. I'm a Bambu fanboy now. That's it for me, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and ring that bell if you want to get notified when I make a video. And remember, you could do anything if you put your mind to it. Later, guys! You're still here? You haven't clicked on all these videos that I made? Or better yet, like button? Or even better, subscribe button? Just putting it out there.